Barely. Yep. First thing in the morning, we got rubs going on. Hopefully everybody's having a good Saturday. It's beautiful out here. Bright sunny day, probably mid-70s. May get some rain, but not anytime soon. Hey Chinchilla, how you doing? Mija's on break. Right? Yes, you are. She's been playing and eating all morning. She's definitely off formula. She hasn't had any real substantial formula in a couple days. So I think she's done. But she has been eating the cookies that I've been making her out of Henry Block, CBD oil, coconut oil, almond butter, assorted vegetables she's supposed to eat. So hopefully that gives her enough nutrition. And then we've been doing some, hey Letitia. Then we've been doing some playing, and she had some nuts earlier. She even had a peanut. I know. You don't get peanuts, do you? But you had one today and loved it. This happens about 2-3 times a day where she'll just start displaying like she wants to lay down in my hand. And I'll lean her back a little bit, and she just falls right into it. Sometimes she'll cling to this hand that's moving like it's a branch, and she's just holding on. So that's good too, is that she's learning to take breaks while holding on. Anything good going on Saturday? She's ready for a nap. Oh, the Ravens woke you up. I know Avengers just opened. Hopefully a lot of folks go see that. I can't wait to see it. Look at that. She likes the inside of her leg rubbed. And I've seen when mommy squirrels carry them that they'll sometimes grab them by that back leg right here at the haunch. And so maybe that's a comforting feeling to have, a little rubbing going on there. Right? Yes, you like that. Get that toe up there, full extension. Come on, stretch. Daddy couldn't do that when he was a child, much less anytime soon. It's been a good morning. Oldest daughter came by. She was talking to me about some online stuff. She's so good at that. She's a graphic designer, so she's up to date on designing everything online, offline. Hell of an artist. Sorry, she's a really good artist. I like to think I had a little bit to do with that. At least introducing her to a field where she can excel. I don't take any credit for her talent. That's all her. See what's going on over there? Hold on, there's motorcycles coming by. They're going to the Oasis. There's a really cool bike bar near here called the Oasis. Live music on the weekends. Hey, Carla. Hold on. Yes, hold on. The other squirrels outside are barking. It means that there's an alert. You hold on. That's right. Good girl. Get that grip in there. Get that grip in there. It's a pretty girl. I'm surprised that she lets me do this. I'm always surprised that she lets me do this. Every time she does. Because none of my other squirrels, Brisby, he was good with getting groomed on my lap. He'd lay down on my leg and I'd get a comb and just rub him until he fell asleep. Talon and Lazarus had each other to comfort and groom. So they didn't spend a lot of time doing things like this with me. And so Mija, since I'm her only source of comfort and grooming and playing and all that, it was kind of almost accidental that she fell into this. Just one day she turned onto her side and started cuddling in my palm and doing that, you know, where they move in little circles. Oh, get the leg. Okay, gotta get the leg. Make sure you get the legs. Alright, get the insides too. And almost always something has to be touching her face. Either one of the fingers that I'm dragging across her belly has to touch her cheek or her chin. And if there's no contact for a long period of time, she'll grab my fingers with her little hands and she'll push it upward towards her face. Hey Shelly, how you doing? I was just saying, I was talking to Kitiara this morning. She came over and she's already got sort of a prototype being built. And so right now I'm uploading pictures and videos and, hey Harry, photos and videos and things that maybe she can incorporate into it. Hey Charles, how you doing? How you feeling, man? Mija is in rare form today. She looked like she was ready to take a nap. She had gone into the cat tree 2 or 3 times. Came back out to see if I was going to come rub her belly, and then the last couple times I went over there, she would start to fall into my hand, and then something would distract her. So finally, all is good with the universe, and we can get the rubbing in. Yeah, this is her tummy time. Don't forget, Shopping with the Squirrels spring auction ends tomorrow at noon. So if you're thinking about bidding or you just want to look through and something catches your fancy, thank you so much for looking and bidding. Please do before noon tomorrow. That way we can get everything sent out immediately. And if you haven't been there, just look up Shopping with the Squirrels on Facebook, and it'll take you there, or through Brisby Tales, Tails. Shelly knocked some sense into me. Squish your face. Yeah, gotta squish the face. She's got one hand wrapped over my thumb so that I can't pull away. There we go. Yeah, see, she's got her little forearms underneath and making sure that I stay by her face. Hi, Chihuna. Good Saturday, or at least Saturday here where we are. It's about noon in Central Florida. She's got that 1,000-yard stare. Not even sure that she's seeing me. There are many times that I've walked up to her or been near her and she's just gotten into that zone, and I'll reach out and touch her while she's looking right at me and scare the daylights out of her because she is just somewhere else. And I think they get into those states of just zoning out and kind of just focusing on the entirety of everything. And so they can be surprised. Yeah, I'm gonna spoil her every day that I can. Oh, that was a heavy sigh. You relaxing? She tenses up just a little bit in her back. I could feel that one coming. because when the squirrel's outside or something gets her attention, her body's already, I'm thinking it's subconscious, but her body is already preparing for its next action. At night, I change her water bottles still. But last night, I wasn't anywhere near, actually I was inside cooking, and Tina calls me from outside, and she's got a squirrel on her. And it was good 9:30, well dark. Couldn't figure out maybe one of the outsiders, because after Mija goes to bed, I open that up just in case any of the girls or Brisbee want to come in. They never do. But, so Tina calls me in and says, got a squirrel on me, I don't know who it is, because Mija had been asleep for almost an hour. Well, it was Mija. When they get surprised, maybe it's a squirrel nightmare, I have no idea what it is, but she'll come darting out of her cat tree, and I'm not sure she's awake when she does. I think it's instinctive. She'll just take off out if something surprises her, or she doesn't like something, or a bad dream, or scary noise at night or something. So I think that instinct and that zone out lets them kind of float onto autopilot, where their body just takes over. Yeah. Oh yes, that's a good one. Yeah. What are you chittering at? Is that you purring at me? Can you see her little lips going? Well, now she's licking, but she was doing this little chittering noise. And now she's on her side because I got to rub her cheeks. Or this cheek. I think this is your favorite cheek. You're a right-cheeked kind of girl. This was the eye that was injured as well, so maybe this just makes that feel better from the injury she had. Hey Robin, how you doing? Happy Saturday. Got all the rouge out of her cheeks from our alizarin incident yesterday. She decided that my fiery sky looked a little too real and went diving into it, and she got all on her right side. She looked like something out of a Friday the 13th movie. It was horrifying. But a little warm water and immediate action over the course of 2 hours. And we got her all clean. Cleaner than she's been since she was a baby. Clean, clean. There we go. Now we're closer. Now we're closer. Yes, we are. It's been a while since she's fallen asleep on me. Especially in my hand. Not since she was a little bitty thing. This is hypnotic for me. Sorry, didn't mean to break the spell by talking. Sorry. Okay, let's get you back there. Yep. Sometimes she sucks on her little nubby thumb. I think that's one of the things all squirrels like best, is cheek and face rubs. Their moms are always grooming their mouths, gnawing on their cheeks, cleaning their face, cleaning their fur. And so without that, she's missing a vital part of growing up. So even when she was just a baby, I would take warm washcloths and rub them around her mouth, and always when she's falling asleep, rub her cheeks and just give her that stimulation. Yes, I know I'm talking about you. Yeah, when you were a baby, we would do that. You're not a baby anymore. You're still my baby. Yes, you are. She's such a sweetie. Don't get me wrong, she can be chaos in a bottle. And they know what they're not supposed to get into. They know what will get your attention. She'll repeatedly do the same behavior knowing that I will get up and come over there to stop her. And then that's her cue to either, whatever the reason she wanted my attention, whether it's sparring or a rub or something. Any good plans for the weekend? Anyone doing anything exciting? I know the Avengers is one option. I don't know what else is going on this weekend. But I'd really love to see Endgame. And take Mija to the movies. Go see the Squavengers. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. If you have the time and the temperament, not saying that I do, but this is a really interesting and rewarding activity, spending time with them. You learn so much about them. And not just factually, you learn about them individually. Ugh, my voice sounds so thin, but I don't want to be booming in her ears. And Kitiara and I were talking this morning about there's really a lack of information anywhere about squirrels. Documentaries, there have been a couple, and the last one we watched was really good. It was probably the best one I'd seen so far, but there are very few of them. And I have a significant amount of footage of their behaviors. They were saying that I should get my own squirrel channel, which is sort of what YouTube is. And there are videos up there. They just don't migrate as fast as they get put up on Facebook. And now they've got that limitation, is you need to have 1,000 followers. So we just keep doing this and rubbing the Mija and let the rest take care of itself. I think she's in wake-up mode. Sometimes she'll dart off and I don't think she's quite awake. But most of the time she'll do this. Start getting her head back together. And that's enough of a recharge sometimes. The amount of time she lets me do this varies. But I also love it because it allows me to check her entire body out for any issues, injuries, scratches, forbid fleas. So none of the above. Just a little scare of Dad yesterday. Yeah, I know you did. You scared me. You scared the dad. Time to swim. Put my glasses on because I'm gonna get a claw to the eyeball. And you're sliding. Or is that the idea? She likes to ride down on my ponytail. Still not used to wearing glasses yet. It's only been a couple of years full time, and this prescription is definitely wrong. I'm cooling off up there. Now it gets warm in my hand. She's a little furnace, and I run pretty warm too. So between the two of us, it starts getting hot fast. Right down the other side. What you looking at? What are they saying? Those are the new babies that are outside. The other adult squirrels are all on siesta. Sort of like Mija was. But there are 3 new babies outside on the fence that they look maybe 2.5, 3 months. I think she's tracking her sister, because Talon was on me yesterday and this morning. Bless you. Bonk. What you looking for? Tonight's mission is to get that smooth gimbal operational. We were watching the video this morning. SMOVE. Going up. Bonk me on the head. This is how we spend the majority of our time. When she leaves my shoulder and goes and finds something to do, it's usually a couple hours, but the majority of the day is this. Hang on, I'll get you over there. Now you're gonna growl at me after you found a stash of peanuts. How many are you gonna take? Yeah, they're still there. I want them all. He must has them all. Oh, you want to take them up there. to get more. She figured if there's a lot of them, then I can get a lot of them and just stash them. And do you want me to take that one too? This is going to be a process for a while. No? Because usually she'll go up there and then come back down, give it to me. Yep, they're still there. You get this one too? Thank you. No, nobody saw. Nobody's watching at all. Just looking for anybody who could threaten her new little stash. Just double checking, making sure it's there. Nobody's around. Nope, nobody in there. Gotta check on it again. Still there. Nobody over there. Good? Okay. You wanna come check it again? Make sure it's still there. Yup. Still there. Thank you. Hi, Beverly. Good Saturday to you. Yeah, it's giving kisses. We've been peanut collecting. Mija's been picking them, and I've been getting the stash. Of course, you're gonna want to tuck that in the other hand. Thank you. Are we going to move them all? Is this the routine? Because if so, you're going to need both hands. Yes? That's the takeaway hand. What about this one? Sometimes it sounds like she's either purring. Yeah, I think it's a purr. But it's this low buzzing sound that they'll make, and it's almost subsonic. Like you can almost, it's more of a feeling than it is an audio thing. Belly shot. Belly shots. You switched the hands on me. Can't expect me to have it in that hand if you put it in the other one. Right? Maybe? Guess I'm getting a reward for being her stash spot. I'm getting groomed. Oh yeah. Yeah, she knows which one's holding and which one needs to get some more materials in. Just kissing all the owies she gave me. You can tell a keeper of squirrels. Cats too, all that, but who you barking at? You buzzing because there's a hawk? Good girl. You stay by Dad. Now learn to keep your balance when you got an itch. I know I mentioned it earlier, just in case some of you weren't here. Tomorrow's the last day for that Shopping with the Squirrel Spring Auction. All the bids need to be in by noon, and then we'll start notifying people if you've won. I'm sure you'll know. But I really appreciate everybody who's looked through there, who's placed a bid, commented, done anything in there. Just even to look has been a tremendous thing, just having everything out there and people interested in sharing our time. But if there's something you definitely want to bid on, a Mother's Day gift, graduation gift, something cool for that squirrely nutty person around you, just give them a look, place a bid. Hi. Okay, she's coming back anyway. And place a bid in the comments under the auction page, and good luck. I'm so excited. There are so many great projects coming up. Oh, you got the full twerk. And you were part of the covering. Now you're an accessory. Because she was trying to cover that with the phone. Oh, I think she'll do fantastic outside. Next Saturday, a week from today. She's going to try the outside. And anything can happen. She could run up a tree and stay the whole day outside. She could stay by my feet. She could run back inside and say, y'all are nuts. There's no way I'm going out. Just really depends. And it's going to be a timed, not really. Oh, yeah, all kinds of buttons being pushed here, Mija. It can be overtime. It's not going to be like Saturday, get out. No. If she wants to come back in after 5 seconds of being outside, or she wants to come back in at the end of the day, whatever she wants to do, it's on her time. And if she wants to spend every day outside playing and spend her evenings with us, that's even better. That's what most of them did. That's what all of them did, actually. Frisbee was the only oddity, I guess 1 out of 3 so far, where he went out, came back in a couple times that first day, and then he vanished for 3 days. Talk about heartbreak. But then on the 3rd day, he comes bopping back in through the entrance like nothing ever happened. Like he'd been here the entire time. So I've learning to not expect anything and just see what she wants to do. And like all aspects of this, everything's entirely up to her. If she wants to go out and play all day, spend the night, great. If she wants to spend the nights out, come visit, great. So whatever she feels she's prepared for. I know it's going to take a couple days for her to get the idea of building her own nest, if not a couple of weeks. But I watched Talon and Lazarus when they first got out. They would go and borrow other folks' places. And the nights that they were spending out, I'd watch them run into already built nests, which is what most of them do anyway. I think they just pick a place when they're that young. And when they're small, they usually will find other squirrels, especially when it's cold out. So they'll bundle up sometimes, and then as they get bigger, they get their own place, just like everybody else. They get their own place, they don't have anybody spend the night anymore, no more sleepovers, and then they're a big squirrel. But we're prepared for it all. Especially after the auction. Thank you so much. That is going to make a big difference in all of our lives here. I'm so excited to reload the supplies in the anticipation that maybe we'll get a baby. And things like that, if we do auctions or if I sell paintings or mugs or anything else, that also lets us entertain the idea of fostering squirrels with injuries. Because if we can afford the medical bills, I would certainly love to take in squirrels that are going to be released. They may be adult, they may be whatever it is, and they've got an owie that needs to be tended, and then they get re-released. So that's a future goal of being able to be a medical foster while Mija starts to take her nap. She's had a good morning. She's eaten pretty well in spite of not having any formula the last 2 days. She did eat well today. She ate some of that cookie. She ate some broccoli and bok choy. And we did a lot of playing and a lot of rubbing. She got to say hi to her big sister, Kitiara. Jumped on her for a little bit. Made sure she wasn't holding anything good to eat. And then we've had a lot of rubbing. I like your hairstyle there, sweetie. That swoop. Yeah, I would love to foster some of the animals, and got a message last night about some possum that needed help, and I wouldn't have been able to take them in, but that did give me the idea that I'm not always going to be contacted about squirrels, and if there's ever a chance that I may have to foster something temporarily until it gets from A to B, that would be another great aspect of this. Give us a chance to help more. But that all becomes possible with the paintings, the art, auctions, things like that. And so I can't tell you how much we appreciate that. Trying to keep... Do you need something? Looking for your peanuts? Did you snap out of your little nap and think, I need a snack? You go into the mid-level apartment. Did you leave some snacks in the fridge there? As long as she's stashing them today, she can play with all the peanuts that she wants. If she starts eating them, then I'll probably back off. I don't want this to be a major... Sorry, I'm getting my hand knocked around because she really wants to plant that thing in this hand. Not anymore. Yeah, she's gonna eat that one. You still want to plant in that hand. Not anymore. Only when it had the phone. Oh, my hand in the wrong position. Thank you. I think it cracks me up. She pushes my fingers down. I'll let her get settled and then I'll take off. Oh, thank you, Beverly. I appreciate it. Yeah, got some commissions coming up. I'm really looking forward to them. And planting? I'm gonna hide it from you people that keep watching where I stash my food. Nice job. Good girl. Hey, don't keep knocking it around. You'll knock it unhidden. You need more? Nope. Just making sure they're still there. She looks like she's into stashing now, so instead of, yeah, tree's a little dry. Yeah, I gotta keep replacing limbs every time I find somebody who's taken some down in their yards. Or if a decent one falls, unfortunately, they have to be alive. And most of those don't fall unless they get hit by another deadfall like they do here. But it'll last another week, I suppose. Unless somebody gets work done during the week. Oh, yeah, it's up on the easel. Let her sit on her stone and she'll probably end up taking a nap. Sorry for the spin about. I wanted to show you what I was working on yesterday. I did that test with the fiery sky. So I went ahead and put it on a real canvas instead of the tester. So the blue is gonna be where the mountains are. And so some of it you can see the outline of the range. Some of it I've overpainted just because I wasn't thinking. And then I know you can see a little bit of the outline, and that's just placement. That's going to be registration. But I'll do that with a traceable. If I put the traceable on the piece and give myself an idea of where the main subject's going to lie, I'll mark it 3 places with a line across onto the traceable, so that way I can line it back up. And just using registration is, I guess, what they call it. You can get these little dots when you do overlays, but no thanks. A little hash mark works good. But I think it's coming out all right. I didn't want it to look like a sunrise or a sunset. It sort of does. So I may do something about, I overpainted here so it didn't bind, and you know how the story goes. But I'm not sure how it's going to look when the tape comes off, or I may just go ahead and overcoat another layer of the CAD yellow in there when Mija's not ready to crash into the canvas. Speaking of the mouse, hi, do I get this one too? Yep. I am the official peanut holder. Thank you. Oh, hi, coming through. You're just everywhere. Hey. twofer in it now. Oh. I'm gonna be... Oh, sure. You're growling at me while you're giving me peanuts. How am I not supposed to be near your stash if you're giving me your stash? I can see where you want to go. You just wanted it up there so you could stash it in there at a high point? Great, thanks. Still trying to carry two. It's getting full. Waiting for that to get stuck in my ponytail. And we'll leave her with that up there. Yeah, Beverly, send me a message. That'd be great. Oh, she's coming down. Just a stash spot. Come on. Hi, baby. You're all out of peanuts over there. They're all in my hands. That's it. Empty. She's going to check about 50 more times to make sure there aren't any hiding there. Oh, wait. You're just frantic about both hands, huh? Hey Joe, how you feeling? Mija's been steadily loading both hands with peanuts. That was her work for the last 10-15 minutes. You good? Make sure I don't have an empty hand. She's going to be looking for the rest of them, so I will let you guys go. Enjoy your day. Uh-oh, empty-handed. Have a great weekend if I don't see you before tomorrow or Monday. How many more? Oh, you'd fit them all in there. I need a hand. I just need one free hand because I got to turn the thing off. All right. We'll see you all later. Have a great day.